Hello everybody and welcome to another reaction video on Peace Beats with Dan Blackwell. I am very excited for this one. I've had a lot of requests for it and today we are listening to VoicePlay covering Hellfire. Now this, in my opinion, was the best song from the Disney film The Hunchback of Notre Dame. And I think that film in general is a little underrated. It's a really, really great Disney film and the soundtrack is definitely underrated. It's this epic, grand, just incredible score with some really amazing songs in it. But out of all the songs, this one really got me when I was a kid. And it felt a little different to your typical villain songs. And Frollo as a villain, he felt different to Scar or Maleficent or any of the usual Disney villains. There was something a little bit more real and a bit deeper about him that I don't know. And when I watched it again as an adult, I was even more kind of shocked by this song and the lyrical content of it. Like, does this really belong in a Disney film? These are some really dark concepts talking about lust and coveting and these very biblical kind of, it's all about sin, isn't it? It's all about sins and desire and evil, you know? Like, so it's a very powerful song. And I'm very excited to hear VoicePlay take it on because there's so many vocal elements to it. You have these kind of Gregorian elements, there's Latin in it, and there's loads of different harmonies and counter melodies that I know that VoicePlay can kind of exploit to their advantage very well and do something original with it. Aesthetically, I thought they were going to go for more kind of cloaked. They've gone for more of a Blade Runner kind of vibe. So I'm not sure what the thinking is with that, but fair enough, you know, it might all kind of make sense. We have Jeff in the middle. Now Jeff, I don't think calling him the bass is really appropriate. It's more like the sub bass. The levels he can go to are so deep, and he's got such a rich tone, but with him in the center there, it makes me think that Jeff's going to be taking the lead on this, which makes sense. He's got a bit the Frollo kind of vibe here, and I think the depth of his voice will lend itself very well to performing that character, so we shall see. Without further ado, let's get straight into it and see what's going on here. Let's see what they do.
Beata Maria, you know I am a righteous man. Of my virtue I am justly proud. Beata Maria, you know I'm so much purer than the common, vulgar, weak, licentious crowd. Then tell me, Maria, why I see her dancing there, why her...
Did you hear that little bass then? That was so deep and so full. Let's just hear that again.
Then tell me, Maria, why I see her dancing there, why her smoldering eyes still scorch my soul. I feel her, I see her, the sun caught in her raven hair is blazing in me out of all control. Burn it. Like fire, hellfire, there's fire in my skin, this burning desire is turning me to. It's not my fault.
It's not your fault, mate. That bass is Jeff's fault. That was incredible. It's always a surprise to see how low he can go. I know how low he can go, but every time he does it, I'm like, what? Is that humanly possible? Is it possible to go that low? It's so deep. It's incredible. I love the way they're kind of using the Latin and the harmonies. There's this kind of like a church music feel to it, but it's mixed with pop and the beatboxing. It's creating a sound that I can't quite put my finger on. I guess the best way to describe it is VoicePlay, I suppose. They're kind of their own genre, aren't they? But it's something really something. It's something really something. Yeah, that's my professional opinion. I noticed they changed the melody. You know, well, let's hear that again. They kind of.
Fire in my skin is burning desire is turning me to
So they kind of extend that because it's usually do 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 do, and they kind of drew it out, which created more drama and suspense, and acted as a very nice bridge into this next section where I feel that the tempo is going to, not the tempo, but the pacing and the feel of it is going to pick up a little bit. This is where the song gets a bit more tense, and I know there's so many exciting things to come in this song. Let's get into it.
It's not my fault, I'm not to blame. It is the gypsy girl that which you set this flame. It's not my fault, if in God's plan He made the devil so much stronger than a man. Protect me, Maria, don't let this siren cast her spell. Don't let her fire sear my flesh and bone. Destroy taste the fires of hell, or else let her be mine and mine alone.
The way they're getting that guitar sound there, I think they're kind of using harmonies, and we talked about this in another voice in a VoicePlay reaction, where they'll kind of harmonize sounds that aren't necessarily singing, and that can create these really nice electronic kind of sounds. Like if you were to harmonize a sound like instead of you get these more kind of electronic-y sounds, and yeah, they're using it to full use here. If you hear this guitar line again,
mine and mine alone.
Incredible. Yeah, and the production, as always, I always mention the production with VoicePlay because it's just next level. There was a point in particular where there was a little bit of a choral thing going on, where they took their vocals, but they were a lot lower in the mix. You had a lead vocal singing, and then they were all kind of high. And just for a moment, it was just like a line or so, but that was a really, really nice effect. It's, I think there's, in the music video to Hellfire, in the film and everything, in the original, he's kind of surrounded. He's like surrounded by his demons. What's his name? It's not Frodo. Frollo is surrounded by his kind of like all these judgment around him, and he's being like judged by everybody, and this feeling of like he's running over here, they're up here, and they're away, turns around, they're up here. And I feel like they're kind of, production-wise and the way they've arranged this, they're kind of creating that feeling where there's different things going on around you, and it's panned, and you're kind of surrounded by the judgment that Frollo is feeling. And I think that they've kind of taken that inspiration from the film and brought that into their arrangement and production of this cover. It's a very, very nice effect, and it really captures the feeling of being engulfed, I think, by flames, you know. I think that's what they're going for. What have we here?
Minister Frollo the Gypsy has escaped.
What?
She's nowhere in the cathedral. I'm afraid she's gone.
But how? Never mind. Get out, you idiot. I'll find her. I'll find her, and I'll find her if I have to burn down all of Paris.
Hellfire, dark fire.
Now, Gypsy, it's your turn.
Choose me, your fire. Be mine, or you will burn.
God have mercy on her. God have mercy on me. But she will be mine, or she
Good grief. Got to check out Thriller at some point. I love how they include these little layers and textures from the production in the little credits and outro. Really, really cool. Wow. I mean, Jeff really stole the show here for me. I'm pronouncing his name correctly, aren't I? It's Jeff, isn't it? It's not Joff or something like that. It's kind of spelled Geoff, is it? So do let me know if I'm just like Jeff, and you're like, actually it's Yoff. Let me know in the comments, please, that I'm pronouncing his name correctly. I hope I'm not looking like a fool. But I feel like this song, Hellfire, it's a lot can be done with it, and I think there's so many different artistic interpretations. I'd love to see more and more covers of this, and I love how VoicePlay have kind of taken it and made it their own and done their own thing with it, and they've kept it close to the original, and there's kind of nods to it. I love the little acting scene because they're like a drama group, aren't they? You know, and I think it really benefited from that, and that's very much their style, and that works really, really well. But this song, kind of getting more serious for a moment, like if you actually listen to the lyrics of this song, it's about a man who is having sort of lustful feelings about a beautiful woman. Is lustful a word? And he's saying that either he will have her or she will burn. Like, either she will love him or he will kill her or have her killed. And it's this kind of this theme throughout the song that she's bewitched him with her beauty, and it's kind of all her fault, and he's but a man. What is he to do? You know, this temptress is walking around and he sets his eyes upon her, and oh, how can he not take her and make her his? And like all these things, they seem like very old concepts, but I think they're still very relevant now, and they're actually, you can kind of see them throughout the sort of evolution of mankind and men and women and our relationship with each other, and the sort of journey of gender equality. It's like this concept of it being the woman's fault if a man likes her, you know, and it's kind of all on her. The responsibility's on her, isn't it? And it's so wrong. And I just think that this song, it holds a mirror up to society, and I think everybody should pay attention to these lyrics and hear what's going on. Like, it's you know, it's theatrical and it's dark and it's kind of thrilling, you know, this song, but at the same time it's very close to the bone in a way, I think, and it's very heavy, and I think it can do a lot of good, this song, lyrically, to kind of, as I say, hold a mirror up to society and make us look at this and think of every time that a crime is kind of committed against a woman. You know, it's this archaic, awful idea that she's somehow brought it upon herself. And I think this is something as a society we should all really, really challenge. And I think that's it. It's what I was saying at the beginning about how this feels so different to like a different villain song, you know, to another Disney film, is this one has like real heavy implication to it, and it has a lot more depth, and it's a lot more adult, and in a way it really doesn't belong in a Disney film, in my opinion. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot, isn't it? But getting back to VoicePlay, I think they really did this justice and made it their own and did something incredible with it. And yeah, a lot to think about with that one. Let me know what you think about what I'm kind of saying in the comments. I don't know if I'm articulating it correctly. You know, it's early in the day, but I'm trying to kind of get my thoughts out as they're kind of coming to me. But I hope what I'm saying is isn't a rambling of a fool. I will watch it back and find out, but fingers crossed. If you enjoy my reaction videos, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to make a request, I have a Buy Me a Coffee. I have a membership on this YouTube channel, and soon I'll be doing sort of early access to reaction videos, so I'd love to see you. Join the community there. And as always, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Peace and love. Bye.